Welcome, brothers. Today we will watch an entertaining video about single mothers. We will see how a woman recommends to other women to date the provider beta. For every Chad's son, there's a simp ready to raise his children. But before we continue, brothers, we invite you to subscribe, like the video. We want to reach 50,000 subscribers, so we ask for your small contributions so the family keeps growing. We'll leave our super chat if you want to donate to the channel. Don't forget to leave us your comments. Without further ado, let's begin.
Okay, so we're gonna find out real quick if this guy's cool with me being a mom, because all my clothes are dirty. It's laundry day. Couldn't find anything cute, so I'm basically just throwing on a t-shirt, baggy cardigan, my Ugg boots. Couldn't find my purse, so we're bringing the diaper bag. He seems to really like me. He says he's cool with me having a kid. Well, these are the realities of dating with a child. My house is an absolute mess right now. I couldn't find anything. I've been running around trying to clean up and find clothes that weren't just like disgusting, haven't been cleaned, covered in like markers or like been next to diapers or anything. Couldn't find it. So this is the outfit. All right, we'll see how it goes.
In short, it's a total disaster. I always wonder if the guys who date these women don't check their TikTok accounts, because no matter if the date goes well or badly, you know they'll make a video complaining about you. Now I wonder, are you willing to raise Chad's children? Because to me, it's a very bad deal. Women keep saying this nefarious phrase, in my opinion. A father is the one who raises, not the one who begets, which seems like a marketing slogan for an expired product, because the man who believes that only deceives himself. The thing is, a single mother will never prioritize you. Her priority will always be her children, then her finances, then you. Besides, you'll always have to deal with an annoyed father and a child you have to try to please. Hopefully, they're not a teenager who can make your life impossible. But let me tell you something. Single mothers learn after having a child. They completely change their strategy to find a new father for their children. Check out the next video.
Go for the boring guy? Let me explain. Hey, I'm Amanda. I'm your cautionary tale. Follow me for more single mom advice. I've been through it all and trying to help you avoid the same mistakes that I made. So at a therapy session, my therapist said, you need to go for the boring guy. Like, what do you mean? Like, I want adventure. I want excitement. I just got out of this terrible toxic relationship. She's like, no. She goes, you're used to toxic relationships. That's what you know. You have to retrain your brain. That's actually not the kind of guy you want. You're gonna think this guy is boring, but he's not really. You think you want the guy that whisks you off to Hawaii or Vegas. It's helicopter rides, like on The Bachelor. No. You want the guy that sets up your bleacher seat before you arrive at your son's baseball game. You want the guy that when you sit down after dinner to watch a show says, whatever you want, babe. You want the guy that when you call him in the middle of the day and he's busy, he still picks up the phone and says, you okay? Everything okay?
Do you want the provider beta, the knight in shining armor who rescues women on the wall, or single mothers, the typical man without options but well-positioned, who is entrusted with the wonderful task of raising Chad's children while Chad spreads his seed around the world? Brothers, women aren't stupid. They know when they see a man who could be a good prospect as a father. This man is the one they seek after living their youth and excitement with Chad, a man who brings nothing to the table other than his seed. After going through the carousel, getting their DNA, they go for the provider beta to provide economic security. You've heard it. Go for the boring guy. In other words, the guy you wouldn't choose in your best moment, but you do when things go wrong, the plan B or the safe option. It's incredible the number of women who said, that's what I did, in the comments of that video. Many saying, I gave the simp a chance. Brothers, let me tell you my grandfather's advice. Never build your house on your in-laws' land, because the day you leave, they'll say, that land is mine. It's the same as investing your assets and raising someone else's children. You'll only see your investment walk out the door with their real parents. But some men don't learn. Just watch the next video.
Paige McIntyre, bitch, you getting worse than Krishan, bitch. I'm trying to stick with you, bitch, but it's getting hard. Let's get into it. So basically, Paige McIntyre, husband don't do shit, can't do shit, won't do shit, ain't worth shit. You knew this and continued to have 7 kids with him. And now you complaining, but you been knew he was broke. And from what I done heard, he been not shit because they say he got mugshots up the ass. No, literally up the ass. So she posted this video or whatever. She must have bumped into him in the mall. He was shopping and shit. And then word on the curb is he been having a whole nother little affair with this little Puerto Rican chick. How the fuck can you afford to have an affair? Like, I find it really hard to believe that you didn't know he was shit 6 kids ago. Shit, he was probably not shit before y'all decided to have the first one.
Brothers, the provider Beta in all his glory, raising 3 young children from Chad. Are you going to raise them? Do you know the cost of raising a child nowadays? Now you're thinking of raising 3. There's a saying, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers, but they mistook him for Rambo. This woman is absolutely right. That's why I have no pity in these situations. They see all the red flags in those men, and yet still decide to have their children, not just 1 child, but 3 to 5 boys from the same man who deceives, mistreats, or never takes responsibility. Then you hear her say she has high standards. Of course, now that she's tired of being with Chad, now she wants a serious man. But worse is the man who lets himself be deceived like this. It's like a meme I saw a while back that said, your grandfather watching you raise someone else's children when he had 11 kids with 3 different women. It's not something to be proud of, but at least they were his own. But nothing, brother. A father is the one who raises, not the one who begets. But let's watch the next video so you can see a woman who did know how to make a good choice in a partner.
Y'all know what's crazy? Society is so used to single moms, even married single moms, that when I used to tell people that I have toddlers and I'm a stay-at-home wife, the number one thing they used to always say is, oh my God, I bet your hands are so full. I bet that's so busy for you. And I didn't want to tell them the truth, that I'm spoiled as hell and I have tons of help. Because 9 times out of 10, they'll also say, well, I have 3 kids of my own, so I know how difficult it is. And the whole time they're trying to project their situation onto me, I'm thinking in my head, well, dang, you probably should have got knocked up by somebody else. But I have to stand there and smile and nod and pretend I know what it's like to be a mother that just has a difficult life. But I can't relate. I'm spoiled as hell. I do whatever I want to do. Heck, I'm about to head to the spa right now. I don't clean my own house. I've never had restless nights. I've never had to change diapers by myself. I even hired somebody recently to come cook for us on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm just spoiled. I have an easy life. Kids are not. And that's because I made the right decision on who I laid down and got pregnant by. My husband and I planned our kids. And the number one thing I told him before I even got pregnant was I'm not going to be one of those stay-at-home moms that are miserable as hell, stuck in the house with kids. And you know what my husband said? Live your best life, beautiful. Anywhere you want to go or anything you want to do, you can do it. You want to go on spa dates, you want to go hang out with your friends, you want to go shopping, by all means, you are free to do that. That's the beautiful thing about marrying an older, mature, understandable man. He loves how spoiled I am. He don't think that a woman's place is just to look miserable and battered in the house.
Totally, brother. What happens is that it's easier to complain than to take responsibility for their actions. The intelligent woman who truly loves her husband knows how to make her home work. Listen carefully to what she said. I know who I'll let impregnate me. The wise woman knew what kind of man she wanted. She spoke clearly with her husband, made good couple agreements, made their relationship work. If you propose to a man what that woman did, I bet 60 or 80% would accept it because every man knows that a happy wife means a happy home. This woman has her job, surely pays someone to clean her home, surely pays someone to cook for her. She has spare time to do her own things, and above all, to attend to her husband. That man won't be poorly attended. He has food, a happy wife waiting at home, and she keeps herself beautiful for her husband. Thousands of women complain about being at home, but it's because they don't do anything with their free time or they don't organize themselves with their husband. Like I said, when a woman knows how to choose the man she'll have her children with, she doesn't struggle. But those who keep searching for Chad turn their lives into hell. They'll always blame men for their bad decisions because, as I've said here, taking responsibility is kryptonite for women.
You know how I realized as a single mom that it does not matter how much gray you have, how many kids you have, or what the fuck you have going on. Any man of any age is gonna be okay with you, and you are never gonna be alone. If you want some fucking love, you can find love, okay? I was struggling after my divorce, waking up every day out of the fucking depths of my darkness. And I would forget to put the fucking trash out every week. So every week I would hear the fucking trash come, and I would run outside and meet the trash man and be like, actually, he was the recycle dude. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Can you help me? And this motherfucker would help me bring all my boxes and load them in his truck. He would let me like load them in and throw them in sometimes too. And I was like, oh my God. He was a lot younger than me though. I was 38 and he was 28. So he was 10 years younger than me, and it was very obvious. And you could see my kids inside, and I came out every day looking like shit. So I was like, no way does this kid look at me that way. But then one day I was like, fuck, it's recycle day, and I don't got time to be out there talking to this kid for like 30 minutes, because every time he picks up the trash, he wants to fucking chit chat with me. And like, as I was saying the words out loud, I was like, oh, he's kind of, maybe he's into me. So then that day I was like, hey, listen, I don't have a lot of time to chit chat. I know we usually sit here and talk, but you know, like, would you want my number? I don't know what's going on, but would you want my number? Maybe like we can hang out. I don't know. He goes, fucking finally, I'm at work. I can't hit on you. I can't ask you for your number. If you were to tell my boss, I would be in so much trouble. I was waiting for you to say something. Fuck yeah, I'm interested. All right, the rest is fucking history.
Now, she loses her job because of you making this video. I must say, she's right. A woman, even at 60 years old, will still get some attention from some man in the world because we don't need much to be intimate with a woman. Now, from this to getting married or living together is a different story. The thing is, single mothers are liked by many men for fun. Why do you think they fall into the trap of marrying them after spending several nights with them, and then they start treating him like a wife? Because, let's be honest, she already has work experience, so she knows what to do in a household, how to make a man feel comfortable. It's usually a man with no other options, typically a simp or the boring type. Of course, if she's offering free food, he'll go whenever given the chance, so let's not deceive ourselves. The problem lies in at what cost, because everything has a cost. You'll be with this woman with someone else's children, always seeing the child's father. God willing, she's a woman with values and self-love, doesn't give herself to that man when you're not around, because many were married to the love of their life, aside from the father. You have to see if the woman works, because if not, you know you'll have to support her and the child. Next will be what age the child is and if you have the authority to discipline him. I've seen stepfathers who can't discipline the kids because the mother will say, "You're not his dad." If he keeps doing it, the child will say, "You're not my dad." If he still doesn't listen after being told he's not the dad, then the real father will come and tell you in person not to mess with his son because you're not his dad. And remember, responsibility without authority is simply slavery. In short, it's a very bad deal. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about what the therapist said to this woman about going for boring men? Do you know any stepfathers and how their marriages are going? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.